Hello, everybody. We have with us Tom Marshall here from Essity Hygiene, the sales director for the Middle East, India, and Africa. A warm welcome, Tom. It's such a pleasure to connect with you. And I think you're based out of Russia?
No, I'm based in Dubai.
Ooh, okay, great. And I'm sure the climate is very pleasant there today.
It's lovely, yes, fantastic time of year.
Right. Okay. But as we say about the climate here, India is, of course, catching up the heat. And there's a lot of movement happening with the people starting to open up offices with a positive note. And if you come to Mumbai, it's like there is no COVID at all. Everybody is back on the streets, and masks have also gone by. But then the point is, are we doing the right thing? Opening the offices, are we following what we need to follow? What is your view, Tom, that we need to do when we go back to our offices?
Great question, and I think the important thing is that people now have a increased awareness of the importance of hygiene and the risk involved with cross-contamination and controlling infection. So, yes, it's important that we follow certain guidelines and start to put certain practices in place. And we're really seeing that is happening now, from small offices to large offices, to all sorts of other customer segments as well. Obviously, healthcare is already a very hygiene critical environment, but we're seeing the same standards coming into force, in airports, anywhere where there are huge crowds.
Yeah, but one thing I would like to ask you, yes, we are talking of hygiene standards and specific to India. Would it also mean that your investments in hygiene practices, hygiene products are going to go up?
I think it will become more important for people to allocate budget to hygiene, just so that we don't get back into the situation where we have such huge negative impacts on our sales. We all know what happens and what has happened with the cost of closures. So yes, I do think it's important that the right budget is allocated, but I also think that actually having the right hygiene processes and protocols in place is not necessarily expensive. You don't have to spend a lot of money to do things properly, and that comes back very much to having systems in place that are effective and cost effective as well, efficient and cost effective.
True. Very, very true. I think Torque has designed some toolkit for the restarting process. Can you just share what this process is all about?
Yeah, that's right. And we've launched a whole campaign really about securing the new hygiene standard. And it's a combination of tools and products. And the tools and the toolkits are really around, identifying hazards, areas where we need to be particularly vigilant, with the aim to control cross-contamination or avoid cross-contamination and infection control. So the toolkits and the advice and the kind of consultative side is one part of that. And then we have the products that we recommend to use alongside that. And the products really have the same principles across most of our product ranges. And that really is, again, reducing cross-contamination by, in the example of hand towel, only allowing the person to take the hand towel or touch the hand towel that they use. Similar with toilet paper, it's a hugely risky area for cross-contamination where people continuously touch the same toilet roll. So we advocate using controlled closed systems where you only touch the sheet of paper that you use. And we also have a number of skincare products as well, which are touchless and again designed to reduce the amount of surfaces that are being touched and when sanitizing their hands.
So, is this an entirely new toolkit, or the existing kit can, take up all these new solutions that you're talking about?
Yeah, some of it's new, and some of it are systems that we have had around for a while. Smart One, for example, our toilet paper system, the system designed to reduce cross-contamination by only taking a center sheet from the center of the dispenser, has been around a few years, but has grown considerably in popularity, especially during these pandemic times where, as I say, there's been an increased awareness of hygiene. But we do have new products as well. For example, Peak Serve, which is the highest capacity dispenser available in the market. So holds a huge amount of hand towels, so that we don't have the situation where dispensers run out, which is a very frustrating situation to be in, especially in high traffic washrooms. And again, uses the principle of only touching the sheet that you take. So yeah, we have a combination, and being very innovative, we have a pipeline of other new products and innovations that we are constantly bringing out. But absolutely, focusing on hygiene and both cost control and cross-contamination are key to everything we do.
I'm sure you must have introduced this toolkit in some of your customers' offices. So, what do you think has been the reaction after that?
Very, very positive, really. And some of our largest international customers have started using the systems. We work globally with some of the largest facility management companies, who obviously their main customer base is office buildings. But the reaction that we've had from them is that they are looking very much for a partner in this, because nobody really knows the way forward, or what the future is going to look like, or what might come next. So we want to be with our customers in terms of being prepared and supplying the tools. So very well received and very widely used.
Great. So, would you be customizing it, or is it a one-for-all system?
Yeah, we can make customizations to it, certainly to the support materials, which we do. We can tailor that towards individual customers. But in general terms, the principles and practices are the same for most customers. And it's around, dispenser placement and making sure that adequate supplies are in place and people are following the rules mainly.
Great. That's a wonderful information that you've given us, Tom. And I'm sure many of them who are listening to this know where to look for when they need a solution while restarting their offices. Thank you so much for your time, Tom, and pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, and you. Thank you very much.
Bye.